BB on the liposuction and tummy tuck. Nina, Oko a Great Kingdom Medical Center. Ome Nina ma. Southern Ope a urologist. And I feel my pesi a share ya soon ye knee and I feel so no. Ye throat to Bibia. Ye call a Great Kingdom Medical Center. Yen sabe como. Ome she Nina ma ye. Dental and dental X-ray services. X-ray and official scan ECG na. Omo ye ni na bi wo hono. Omo lab no so de hey Jack. Kojo brutal. Fully equipped laboratory services. Ehun komodie na me ni wudi no a Great Kingdom Medical Center. Omo wa hemfo omo wa ye kropon. Omo ben ye Kingdom Estate hono no mo wo. And I feel some inpatient admission in what's in it. Oh, Jack. And papa ni honanya no bad syndrome. Bed in Nugu Hoboy. Yet in time. They uncle Great Kingdom Medical Center. A honum any a beje war. A honum na ayaresane war. A honum na walk out to say yes. Bibia dedini. And they say no to be driving do hop on Afaka now do her. Oh to me say yes. Hospital Papa Penny. Great Kingdom Medical Center. And who they run a mebashe war. Our numbers no. I 059 3722619 059 3722619 and after so yes 0530 848 502 0530 848502. Now we need a Great Kingdom Medical Center for Indian Comoy number boy pa Great Kingdom Medical Center. I'll say a medical hospital, papa, quality healthcare with excellence, and I want Sabekan. I'm a Juma Sonkwa. They are the only company. They transform your future. They are the power to transform your future. Eclipse collateral management. As a man can trust as a person will learn to document perfection. We need collateral home commodity pa. And now to say you were Japadian crata don't want to be to me that year Jumana also when your profit. Ningina Eclipse collateral management. They are the game changers in turning property document into a year profit. 80 and time now no more encoding common man wow. Eclipse collateral management. Aye Juma son krokwa. Kojo brutal. And one I make a show. I'm ringing and saying to me say Eclipse collateral management no. Na wo kwa ho beto. Enti an interment na kwesho mo ye adenta bara mo be Medimosis Hospital no. And as the West African SHS one ho akasa no mo ben. Enti an interment na oni mo kodin komo. Our numbers in here 054 383 2466 054 383 2466. Now we need a Eclipse collateral management for ND and Command. At Eclipse, almost say for property owners we say think safety and decent income, and then for businesses we say think funding before projects. And no. And a Eclipse collateral management for Komudi Amini Woody 054 383 2466 054 383 2466. Now we need Eclipse collateral management for ND and Komo number boy pa. And it's a 7:47. It was studios of Air Kessben 92.9 FM. Bidding Eddie Amansan song for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Oh, show me Air Kessben TV, so Kessben TV. And I face on DSTV channels, channel 364, and then on Go TV, Air channel 121. Oko online so www.kessbenonline.com. On sa ebekam oko hono na click 92.9 FM Kessben Accra. Kessben Accra, you was circle, you ne a year telecell ne was circle na ene di hwanimu anasa adjacent the telecell office honum ena ye wo asida twin towers, the blue and yellow story building glass nkwa honum ena Kessben 92.9 FM ye wo circle here traffic line na so honum fourth floor honum ena wonsa ebeka yen e wo honum enti me akwaba e ma wachi biom esamba eye Kessben match so on Facebook eye Kessben 92.9 FM Kessben 92.9 FM and I face on Facebook bio no Kessben Kessben TV wonsa ebeka me ewo honom na fe no yenhwe de ekọ ene de ebe nyina enche me de ye health segment no so ebe brought to you by C4C Liver Specialist Hospital you know we be di nkomo enche kra na fe doctor esiama ene yen atena se na fe di nkomo na watwi de oni yen ehyasie nyina no ye be di nyina ho enkomo ene anopei ewo fie ha Saso enana anope yebedi nkomo yie pa. Ora Samson Asaki Awingobet, Executive Director ma Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, ebeka ye ho na fe ye di nkomo. Nkomo ebedi no has to do with these issues of standard authority and afe so eye eniema sebi ewodwom ewo stores as standard authority for say it is not approved and you correct and then nam your shops near your store no you be din na ho enkomo. I think last week or last 2 weeks yinyasa issue na bio ewo stores ne some of the stores are bob say fee man no be do krom hanom no na enye standard emma oman no eno ho nkomo e ba be din nyina so ewo fie hanom. Then we'll have one interesting discussion that we're going to have. Issues about decentralization and also centralization issues. Professor Kwamena Ahoy edi enkomo bi afasa nkomo we nyina ho the acralization and also enema ekoso mpuntuo ayebetumi ama enema etumi akoso within the regions ni nyina no yebedi ni nyina ho nkomo truly and some APP wo mu pa. Professor Kwamena Ahoy edi nkomo bi afa ho yebeba neba be di san nkomo no ewo fie harama ntime nko ba bibia yebedi nkomo ye pa. And then of course issues that are happening within the National Democratic Congress yebedi ho nkomo na make na chairman and so enam kwemu edi nkomo pa odi nkomo okasa meka esiedu nketia eno so ho nkomo yebedi ni na ewo fie. So stick and stay menko ba bibia 50 minutes into 7 ma menko na me Dr. Esiama edi nkomo from C4C Liver Specialist Hospital. Your doctor awo Kessben Maakye so I no di nkomo every day bia no chere de ko any day be na watwi de o ma bia no e ba be di ho nkomo doc me wache ma kwa ba e ba Kessben 92.9 FM and I feel say Kessben TV so bijiri se bia bokore
yani asinia oba de adarema bibia boko bijiri se wo so ahoden wo pa
ahoden wo ho isa ne sase no ya gie ni papa doctor we de me na do ya gie ni papa he ya pa ye ni ya gie ni o doc ya gie ni papa enti dia ye die so oba ma ye detox ni anu ma ye bi nom na we die ya gie ni papa we de me na da
hey asna anya muhammadi yache
enye command yache e ja command yache
no so anu ashin money baji abro
oh one day nti edufie be 10 11 12 enti no enye effort enti doctor
anya ma ko system
senti na me kenti ni be sa na ya so no pe den na nka unya ya nka ye no na nka dog
senior
boys some could do watching this shit meaning say your papa there omonfa
hey some formula is about that way
some was shit on betimi amomo kenya omo nte ba ne sa de some kope ye agea watching this shit obi na say shitokum na so mudi anope ya me no ka say about 752 watch gusu aje say omo tete omo ni gari wele che say bibia gusu fish nam che so omo declare nema dog enya sa
neutralize bibi won so that e balance kaka ya me formula
no so formula ni fine
oh yeah, so the ecosystem no anopa based on the eco mu in your media most of the time it's able to neutralize and then it helps you to also rest when your energy in the bank good the area how ni say undidi na over my wall system that will also bring a lot of problem good but you soon
Dogo Matthias ya omu busi omu se doctor se wache ni ye dia ni shito ni de ni aje wewu kra omu jaji shishi na ara ejuada dog e dia na odi en shasie ene anopei
yes ba me da say anopei any na watchi dia ye pese ye fa very important in that topic na you try and breaking it down na yenya ye ho ntia CNT myself senior TBN one way or the other, Ubenya or Chefa, Ewon Koma, Ebedina watching. You share the opportunity in chronic diseases, into basically the rise of chronic disease, title in Ghana. Na Ohawa Yenyan and Saint Pan and say chronic disease are your crown koyare el kosoro. So usia the pathology, which is a branch of medicine. Your friend be pathology and pathophysiology. A train emayehu yaria hodro kwanya yaria fasobanti, the study of diseases. And then the physiology is helping us to understand how our living organisms will live or survive into your external and then our internal environment, and how I can adapt to na your survival. You need a brain, you will food, and so near Gusua, you move near surviving. It's a form of your physiology. A quaya area fast bunny pediano, any area would one near quaya, you need pediano fast fight this area, no, any other kind of pathophysiology. Now, basically, Nina no fapem no kobase, your communicable disease and non-communicable diseases. So, say, area, you to me this sign, it be, infections, area, and JB, gonorrhea, now, with the amount, look for, ABSWA, now, hepatitis, and then the Akika, which me the amount, look for, infectious diseases. But your chronic disease, a crown koyare, and pembebrain, a non-communicable disease. Not to say, and only their own team fan sign will be until and yes, be a obowa na a droplet infection, no alcohol, no, so when ya a really be, but in pembebrain, a yen yakofasa or how ye the brain home. Now, you can say lifestyle wise. To send you no pay dim common say Ganes idim kunimu adofwe ni aje enti eni aje no within that 6 hours no yes sagum sa nsano indro no ni o meheka ho ni ehwiegum sa eni jemre mo no ni nyina no lifestyle nti constant doing of that no or how it made better ni pedia no so ebi so wa na your environment the bia ye ejuma no a lot of chemicals and I come into contact with any animal sabi A2 gold and all that, cyanide, mercury, all those chemicals, so and also to make a fire really bad. And pointing a man and saying conditions I would be an anka gone at the days you will book mu. Now so these days I have very, very common. Some of the syndrome, Kojo syndrome, Cushing syndrome, all these conditions are very, very common, and it's because of your environment, the chemicals are coming into contact with. Yeah, so yempo in our aging wise, your body knows also it may lose energy, and sometimes it may offer condition be a physiological aspect. Yeah, I manage your stress. Yeah, your cortisol hormone, the brain, or how I know so it may at the brain. Empo, yeah, so yeah, Kessiabro subebre, obesity. Kai say, we do bebre, they have new body tissues, and every tissue needs blood to survive. Until my command pump excessively to improve on circulation. Doing that constantly, no, to me, my command in your problem. Emma, ekofa, hypertrophy of the heart, cardiomegaly, circulatory problems, and then also beta oxidation by a problem, ability of the body to burn fat and improve on your energy level by a problem, and all these it's me by na lead to conditions of the heart, and then conditions of your mojano, and all this coming together to form the cardiovascular condition or the chronic condition. Example of some of these conditions are common now. Diabetes, a very big problem when it comes to chronic condition. Rising duduana between neonatal diabetes, akolake to acquire wonderful for nani sugar level was so. Maybe so one kola over 10 years, 5 years, if it's a more bra or school, more brand be adding and so carbonated drinks are whole dry from man colana de corno is building the generation for a chronic condition to also come into the system, because UTIA, World Organization, my say gone are the days, not conditions, I would be bracing because of the foods and the things natural, but the preservatives not dorsum, lifestyle not dorsum, sinatra not dorsum, obia mpo be engage idea a natural cry or so the artificial nyoma fra kakra and all this no instance so it made the to nipediano since now what you mean idea arthritis so hypertension no conditions kidney conditions so pancreatitis infection of your pancreas no splenomegaly or spleen bro so cholecystitis unya gallbladder stones ni nyina no ye mrema ye kwan ye bedom wesuko ni ahwehwe ni nyina fatty liver enti obenya wo de one way or the other no we hu de ekoso wo nipedia no etimi kofo how we eba the World Health Organization eka the empo wetimi aye ama all these things na ba from organ being wo nipedia no wo so Kenya apart from liver or spleen or kidney wa koma no organ being biom na wo se Kenya no eduane being na wo se di your lifestyle modification yenya ne sen Nina no emrema kwanya ye bedi hu komo na watwe nyina me slow baby a wo bia no make sure say me say this episode of a Kessben morning show title your health segment no makes it because yeah packed with a lot of information and then a lot of education about medically na yeso ya pomode no CP.
Okay. Dog, you better ask pa na boys say omupe level 2 ni bi ato enu nti no mo yenden
Senior, who he apa the alcohol with the media.
Easy.
Where he live to India, and not just say, okay, Capcom, your ma, you be doing come on, I watch him to myself. But what the animal was Sanka live to no benefit of pharmacy, Bia or Becobiano. Na Ebia na ne do one soon to win Ebia, and my winning your Yakra number, maybe to J. Ofra. Within Accra no be will be an a free delivery near the amount. So simple fair na and Accra, the bear one your more information, pharmacy be a bear no alcohol na alcohol give myself a number here scroll or screen so Naka says C4C liver specialist hospital so see a very active in various branches in Cape Coast, Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden, Aguna Odobe so Kumasi Ejoso Kwamuja Junction, Takrade and Accra had the Adenta SDA Junction. Open branch no information there for number in a friend na Mount San Calibuton 050 0040 331 and now says 050 0040 328 050 0040 331 050 0040 328. Scroll on screen so then so international now pay so only doing come on also swap plus 316 879 5584 na me che Netherlands plus 316 879 855 84. Maunsanka livoto ne Kenya obreboa no na detoxify body no how be anti body no mu. Mesra C4C liver specialist hospital na wati yake ya so obreboa ya won kwanti Kenya no na kai say ya GMdo ne di treatment plans ne di tina abribi ya kasa once treated forever treated. Senior asna for ya da ma say na no pay ya bonfire mo celebration no causes
so because we are the youth and so at was some why
what the comfort your nice from
munyi yesre wa munyi
asna you win munyi biache
yeah that's fa Dr. Esiama and you know Nadine come from C4C Liver Specialist Hospital you know Mudin come on 2 minutes into 8 a.m. Idin Edaman Sansum for Kojo Preko Dankwah some de kan ebedin come ye pa Samson Asaki a Wingobet Executive Director MIA Import and Exporters Association of Ghana e wo fia na ebedin come afa issues ene niema import backroom hanuma standard authority as standard nankasa mu no enye ekwan so na file be pie mu ha no ebedin hu come your text messages and also WhatsApp message na pachofa ni na bra making kan ni na amount na fe ya hede ko ene de eba ye ni nkomo na me ne eyemia me papa edin ya me de ye pa Submary you know my be din nkomo Submary Estate OT Estate side no say yes yen sase na dansie na abemu enu te say ye di esa nkomo ni ye pa sa pass as papa to so would we cash ye de cash pa ebi no ho but your dream is to have a land party and pacho tie a Submary Estate for na ye no mo ending komo anasa na enda wakoma so person wutobi no obenye bi ato sike bi ekura obia me se wo de fato emfa nkodi wonu udi wonu ma na asan o asase no ewo honom a ye de be ma wo entitie ya so pa na tie na eye ma papa Submary atena se ne ba bedi enkomo afa ho Sap, you have a
Nyame adomboko ohineba.
Bibia ye fine.
Nyame adomboko pa.
Nano na me ye ina branche bi se Kojo mi krabe also krabe 5000 ewo ho. Na ase ne daye so nyina nsa nkonya asase ankope. Na wadwen ho ahu se asase to okrom ha no problems won ho. Na issues susu won ho. Ente ne kokotwa nanum. Na de aye de na ze na wasi dan no wananum. And I'm say me so on train kra on train. Na yo companies bi ho mo ye papa. Eno nti no wabe de pacho manasa rehemu no. No nya nti ene se ame eden asase no benye bi papa ato. A problem bia emba ho. Ejumefo mo WhatsApp mero bi aho ye de.
Nyame adom obi aho ye. Omo nya so de ho ntia.
Yes ejo mo so pa. Ye ba be stro mo pa.
Yo.
Ye ni nkomo.
South Mary Estate and Lance. Adwumako ya mbota nyina ne se ye beboa ama obia o wani so ade hu se opasase asundwe ewo ho no yeso opasase keke asase a asundwe ye den ewo ho
aha
South Mary okwancherefo no ene misa ogesin atasapon
okay
nipa ni me papa ena modwuma me yenti enkran ha nyina estate companies board uro TV so radio so ne ade min kwa na me de asase kwachima e won kran ha sei
wow
enu ndi se wuhia van bia na mabonten a horn si so a ye che flyers ne ade a me wo cars nkitenkite Toyota kwa me nkitenkite ne bi enam ground se de eton akoba no straight a wo mo che flyers na mokora ba bia dwem krom ba bia enkran ha de ba bia wo be fa bia wo be hia me cars no enu ndi South Mary ene de asase ekọ echima ewon kra ha na yes ya dwendwen ye nuanum binom ho a omo office omo stores ne ade ebi won ma na car no ba bia wo hye no car ne timi nya dan enu ho enu nti na yes ye call TV so ne radio so na ye bo ho dawuro na omo hye ntokuro mu ne ntwe nyina ete yenka enu nti na mo humi wa hai South Mary eye company a obeto asase o yenchen a wodada na obi buza se okita 5000 a obi nya asase ana pepepe ukra 5000 ukra 10000 every 5000 edeko 6000 7000 de kita na de ba o de beto asase na se na bosumi otwa ne kakra
okay
bosumi bia de wa ho odin betimi yenhye da kra ntwa sika ma se bosumi fase bra
oh nice
it in one say when you deposit kakra bi from 5000 they call now o de aba beto ase say half plot to say full plot to say 10 plot na pay you know better say hihye
wow
bosumi bia de owo now de aba anamo kwan a apem no ye de anamo ba ko na hyase
no correct
enu nti say utimi the 5000 ana bibisa e de beto ase a wo be ko wanim engrata 70 bibia aka ho your number na bia na obi titrotrom no osi
obi si ano no
number na 024 300 9451 024 300 9451 and a 05 5000 1005 do cho 05 cho 5000 5000 number na de pa me boy ya na ka otrim 05 5000 1005 aha 05 5000 1500 ede South Mary Estate eni je se mo wo mu se yensa ase no wo ko site a untu eska
okay
free transport ye do be chi nsase ni nyina so
wow
nsase na bi o teacher mante police station na chi ope Accra Kumasi highway so a teacher mante enam so mo ye poku ase kwan ni nti amankro pe teacher mante plot pa yeah ebi nso media kotoku kofi kwei
okay
jene for na chia asase o fefe eni je sem say ensase nyina so registered
wow
afi ye obi wo hobo market no echi ho na hobo agbazo ebi nso ho ebi wo danchira ensase bebre ye odi okrom ne odi o inside obi wo no so mi pe ba bi a mesi dance si anu matrase asumdwe obae no betrase aka ensase no obi bebuza se na bi bo te say if 30000 ebi o 25000 ebi 30000 titisika no 250 million 300 million, 400 million, 450, 500, 600, ediko. On sa him fuchi ye bi di biachi. It is open baby ubeti me si dan transit say ya ubenya bi.
Wow.
Eno no ye transit. Eno no sa na ready cash. Enso enam say ni penti. Na nipa ho adwuma na ye nti nipa kasa yete. We dey transit sin konwa. Eno be kan kama utua bi na ne aka no. Atobo aside dey atua. Enkrata asem nyina so ye free.
Hono so na ya asem ma ga na nipa bebre fo se enkrata asem no.
Enkrata asem de we free no. Wa ka kra watua wie no. Na ya hye wo krata ase.
Okay.
Tu betua be wie na on se kita on krata. Eno na di kodi adanse a kire wonu asem me ko he no. Se na tie. Na mo foforo nso aba. Ti ha no evangelism. Oba sese wo de ofoforo he dey. Eba. Na de be ma de obi aba. Adanse no ne krata no. Afe ye dansie mu nso ye need dan port ye sese obi si. 024 300 9451 024 300 9451 and 05 5000 1005 05 5000 1005. They na make can say ye shede need dan port ye estate bi ho no mo say aha no de dan we gwan yesi na chese obi di sika o di besi dan kese a na ono so na semo aye mobo debi Submarine Estate eden bia open no ubetimi asi ye frefie wura fo no obi dey story building no obi dey one bedroom self contained munyina mudin di fiewura
ene no correct
sabe pepe ye ga say o dan a two bedroom nti unye fiewura usu ye fiewura enu nti fa wo ha bra na wo ye chiri kwan ya ye office no wo amasama nka so a obom road no so ufi amasama na odu obeye na yika do bro na salaja ni na denchire ni sa road no so amasama ni road no udu dencha police station ya wo da wa yira kra no police station ho se police station ya nya hwe kwan wo so hwe Submarine Estate ya police station na chipe
okay hono ma anya yira kwan kra office no ka so police station change e do how no say
e ni how
anko yo bibia utran so police station eno
empeni ko se obra pa kire de jachi kwan
no correct
enu nti ena ni je semba ko mu say Submarine Estate ya wo tipa trucker esabo sa nwama ya customers
okay
ya wo block factory kese a size of blocks bi a wo hwe won sabeka afi ya wo building materials from A to Z from Jerusalem to Jericho ya wo cement ya wo iron rod ya wo nua ya wo doors ya wo apono ya wo bibia wheelbarrow hammer nadoa bibia ya disi dan ya wo bi eno so akwanya wo ho se ubetimi atua ne kakra utia wasase kana utia materials nso ka
no correct
uji receipt edu say we here you be deliver my free transport
okay
umpe we na ope de
bio na
na ope
yenko Submarine for intentem ya ubesi sabobo numbers no mami ya
0243 00 9451 0243 00 9451 and 05 5000 1500 sa number we branch bi MTN
okay
obeto asase o menchen no se edi ni sika bebre
wow
to oba ya na sumju no se mema number da obi a be kai
wow
no ma 05 5000 1005
okay
it wa da crowd e bo wa ube nyane
Matias here it was office no en Fabio
ye di we e wo amasama kaswa obom road
okay
wo amasama police station wa wo se wo ko kaswa
okay
no akache beti so be si odancha police station
okay
usi odancha police station ayo police station na chipe
okay
ube usa signboard sikwa no kakra Submarine Estate and Lands
okay
moto fo na ho no nanti kwankra ho ha ho mfuru moto ubusa moto fo boys no be kire say wase ho no
all right
anu nti bra Mr. Sapon and Mr. Sapon de wa won kra oni mi na msa fe na wo ba ha obi anim me obi anim me anu nti tumrika bra na ye hwe o ha o ho asem entama
Submarine Estate na face and lands ya da masi bebre say ni mu edi enkomo mrepam no ya anka se betutu na ne aba na ya ba office ya bedi enkomo pa
dwuma fo nyina amumra
ye beba
ye yi ba bia am sa ha Kessben for
wo ho ade no
ye be sheda mamu package a wobato mbo ase atua na asumje
mate yebeba pa yeda say yene eye submarine estate and lands in no AD and common 30 minutes into 8 a.m. Today is 25th of May yakwe ni mu ankasanka krakra. Today is a Monday morning and ye din common you have the court na fe yem na kwa homa so na fe nkodi common so the restoration of the license when it comes to GN savings and loans, na last week na ehun komodie no ebaye ye do hun komo yie pa but na yen kwa homano so ne Dr. Nana Otuo Champon banking consultant on this matter any no di hu enkomo yie na fe hwe ekwan betumi afa so to see the reality of the license operation e dem no how is going to pan out ewo omo enshiseye mu and all that because I mean straight from 16th of August 2019 as asem AC and today and afie ba beti sisi ade court of appeal etumi ede amom yeni nkomo na afie yemra back sisi a ora Dr. Otuo Echampo mwachimo akwaba eba Kessben 92.9 FM so na afie so Kessben TV mjiri yese honemu bibia aye bokode
but me doctor anti-pacho.
Oh, okay. And Nana Otuo Echampo. Okay, all right. May that be for the correction. May that okay, so I mean, from August 2019, 16th August to be precise, and a year GN savings and loans. When it was even a universal bank, near Feno GN bank, you reduced the by GN savings and loans because of issues and reasons a Bank of Ghana Emma Yenano a conference way in buy. Now, what does it tell us? The ordinary Ghanaian, yenoma nanka sebio ye wo eye GN no e din ne catcher se bank and as a court of appeal CCC Bank of Ghana mfa omo licenses omo dey operating for more. What does it mean to we the ordinary Ghanaians? Wadama.
Kojo asem no emu edin kakra and say ye ko echire kakra last 2 years ago 2024 and High Court can say the Bank of Ghana no irrevocable license no right and no more appeal here and about appeals court as we speak no Bank of Ghana say more J advice free more lawyers handle case no as to the next step the man here difficult say you have a comment say if your case no a baby if you say the external lawyers can say there be Monsomonia appealer now but for the time being there you're law-abiding citizens. So the law as it stands now there Court of Appeal I say Bank of Ghana and from license Maomo. Then time limit that home is the time no a young son so soon as the Bank of Ghana can say Omo Enco appealer and no na bet near the home come year but that Omo indicate say Omo J advice is free Omo external lawyers or Omo di asem no now say lawyers no can say Omo ko appealer Omo ko appeal so Omo can say Omo ko appealer Omo ko appeal and they say no they finally say Court of Appeal I say Bank of Ghana and from license Maomo but time Omo share no in the say so Omo ashe bibia say until say time no action be near lawyer and the name what the law says say they decide within 2 weeks so one appeal they just said the judgment stand ama yan kasa emu no aye din kakra
who says a wunyina so nkan say wunyai kan say wunhye mfimfin aye bi be ho ma pa but clearly o dey say me details on kakra but say e ba ne say any ordinary bank, not necessarily GN Bank. ABA, Sebi, you say, Omo or how BBB to say insolvency, my issues has to do with maybe regulatory issues, liquidity issues, and all that. Now, court, etumiaka say okay, that be asma Bank of Ghana, modeba yina, na say bank penny be a modeba be an ancient you know to start again. Say mano license, you know. How difficult would that be for a banker? You said be guno na esan chassis. How difficult would it be in terms of coming back again?
And okay, then there a better so share that a GN case the introduction okay no. na bank. And now almost near meet the regulatory requirements, almost agree and now almost step down to savings and loans because bank minimum capital we here 400 million Ghana cedis. Now savings and loans capital we here 15 million. If you see that there's a very big gap. But still I buy savings and loan and to me I meet minimum capital Now my capital was negative 30 million instead of positive 15 million. And idea Bank of Ghana, sorry, I know, almost say, or bank, Nanya Fenty, Guno. Almost the BBI to towards your bread and care figures, Mark, I've been with that here, but for now, not almost a liquidity to say. Obi the oka obetimi atua ekano so obase obeginisika bank no say no savings and loan no na so ku iska omoma only 1,500 whether 100 million or 2,000 or 1,500 and I know the amount and then I can sure say ebia 2 or 3 days later na beji and kai na almost kakra and there's no doubt now that which they and a license Bank of Ghana AJ they see as almost at the amount back you say they say how much no a fee the echo if you say the minimum capital 15 million now say negative capital 30 million we have 45 million, and like I said, you are in business. And no crown, only a free that you see December. If it's a free January next year, new reforms are about minimum capital for savings and loan, shoot up and you have 15 million bill. About the Bank of Ghana, I'm challenging now, almost Babaka. Minimum ebia omo ayo omo homework omo sikabi oho amoko faba and yes idea na say it say 2019 you omo license no situation there then it will be very difficult but then my tip I was in the saying say omo second coming like second coming of Christ will be far better than the first coming and the friend is always so
Yes, it be so ampa. I mean, I have seen some reasons be more they are two jobs. So I think some major 5 reasons where they feel say they have enough against Bank of Ghana then to really position the bank to see the success of it. One has to do with the failure to recapitalize a bank. Almost say. According to time and reclassify a bank from GN Bank into savings and loans, the capital of the bank was almost 200 million Ghana cedis. That was and then the capital requirement now for savings and loans was 15 million. So they didn't see why Bank of Ghana decided say obe ma omo ako off when indeed they had almost about 200 million Ghana cedis. It showed that they could have stand the test of time because your capital minimum now they had it. Into why take them off? And then I saw another one that they were saying is their governance and regulation deficiencies, and as of the time now na Ghana buying contractors ediomoka. So sa contractors kana no omodino. Why was the Bank of Ghana not looking at that and then did collapse because almost say judge can say Bank of Ghana you be or sika oh dear channel into no more musika the na say more insolvent there then we need to collapse whatever it is that you do. So I've seen some few reasons why they believe that some of these things were and they say a fracadam where they painted a picture as if say the bank was insolvent and they didn't work.
Well I say as I'm not over Canadian so the name information of Bank of Ghana making public and the time not the GN savings and loan or bank before the savings and loan was depending on say abandoning a car. Now a car was buying and yet the same as depositors money or more at the better almost Sabeka. If you say as a bank, who for depositors, because the bank go away. So what the capital say a shot here. Now and go for them to capital on average, and go for no a year 83% as opposed to all capital of 17%. And the I am in Nakata say almost 200 million. Now Bank of Ghana every close to almost money 15 million. Because me say mama na me boy and so on one can. They say that they are going to say they better there. If say ya and say they nyabu kakra. If you say a few before a Friday, Bank of Ghana so almost no more my say almost a challenge a court of appeal decision and now say almost jai ama akahona GN service and loans FBNA indeed Pachonka you bet me I know sir you sure say I cheer for a bebo
okay
almost appeal now say as now and no I bet me apart and how you almost ever so.
Okay, all right. But as the answer na economy guest or Waha Ora Samson Asaki Awingo Beto, Executive Director, Ma Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. Or say or question be so ope addition kakra but question be so be sana utechi de mu kakra efa aye this banking issue no hintin but what the wadama kitwe bi na fe yanko.
Senior man me ma
Maakye. You watch it.
Also, who watch it?
Oh, say we me down for but aja for the past 9 years or more. But I believe that you were part of the Bank of Ghana governing board.
No.
Or is it the monetary policy committee, right?
Yeah.
You are one of the committees. I remember very well.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I believe that during that period that the collapse of the 5 banks came, and instead of, we were told that the Bank of Ghana at the time could have spent 9 billion cedis to reinstate those banks, but during the collapse, the Bank of Ghana rather ended up spending over 23 billion or more or so to do the banking cleaning. Yet people's capital or proceeds are still hanging. And I know you are one of the very vociferous banking consultants, like the other gentleman was a doctor, and there's another doctor. Yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't see your objective, your analysis during the collapse of the bank of those 5 banks, and when instead of spending 9 billion, they ended the bank of the BOE ended up spending more than 9 billion to.
And then they say, I'm the Kwame J, NDC former chairman.
Yeah.
So rest in peace.
Kwame J.
I say there are many ways in killing a cat, and I'm a boy. Yeah, who propose instead of the collapse bank, no, Kasasicano, who make me the Ashe bank, no. It's one alternative. But we respect the independence of the Bank of Ghana to take independent decisions. If at the time, no, weigh all the options, no. Some for the decision on the collapse the bank, no, rather than say the Sika Esa Akushimo. And I wasn't part of the decision making, but that's the advice they gave us, or the reason they gave, and no, a better than say, almost at the good money, a better chase bad money. Your son said the decision they took, was in good faith. And now,
remember, just say it was even though Bank of Ghana at the time or Bank of Ghana today is an independent institution, as you and I we all respect it. But at that point in time, this decision that was taken by the previous leadership of the Bank of Ghana was bad, and they put the country
I won't agree.
Because spending 9 billion to restore the bank, you end up spending 20-something billion. I mean, the figure shows clearly that this was gross incompetent, and you cost taxpayers money.
says I no only shemu na se bank no is poorly managed. Now also a most cash I will make it better. I won't make it better. I will make it worse.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
That's
okay.
Yeah, respect it because Act 918, which establishes the independence of the Bank of Ghana, no, the G2 said a law, and by law, no, all we are independent, so they should take decisions outside government, you know, and the 913, so a more power to regulate the banks, you know. And now 913 says, the bank could be a court trouble man. I say,
okay,
meeting the minimum requirement. Man, no entrance China. You respect it, something.
Okay, all right. Nana Otu, a champion banking consultant, and you know, Edin Kono on this development of a GN, a home commodity, and you know, a GN savings and loans, and then in the home command. So, Bank of Ghana really wants to look into the matter again. 2 weeks, and now Omo to look into it, whether they really want to go back and defend issues, you know, and now so say they will stay with it for a Pakwesi Indum and then the Indum group to continue with the incoming new GN savings and loans, which will move eventually. That is their hope to become the bank that it was once upon a time, and even much better. And on pese omo yedia, and also who enkomo ewo honoma ebedi na fe he mabendema ebetimi akọ 29 minutes into a year 8 a.m. almost 30 minutes into a year 8 a.m. sesia na yendi enkomo sesia, but ansa na metwa so hono mayenko na fe enkodi sankomo we. So at Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Ghana's Decentralization Policy and Strategic Framework for 2026 to 2030, and Professor Kwabena Ahoy ekodi enkomo ewo honom. But of course, Professor Kwabena Ahoy, sorry, when it comes to local governance and so decentralization ewo omemu hanom. Udima kutine yepa. The architect of decentralization ayewo omemu hanom no, or you're one of the kingpins, I should say, one of the main pillars Emma decentralization ekoso ewo omemu hanumpa. See, a decentralization and a church say regions and district here we na yashishe sine beya development sine beya musono mubenya musono mudie ni bibia no papa eka ho bi ene yashishe ni nyina mpuntu ebeba region ene de ekoba nyina na oka ho bi ene otenase ene yashishe sanema we nyina today obetini yesi wo MMDs ye wo district assembly ye wo municipal assembly ye wo ahanom ye wo say ye wo chesenema ni nyina oka ho bi ene yeshishe na wakodi enkomo bi ewo dwumedi amebon ho enkomo ekire wo no na bibi ode efa no has to do with some SSC di ho enkomo ye pa. Now the architecture of a decentralization is now anticipating and seeing say if we don't take care, decentralization will move from decentralization to separatism or separatist issues. Na fa kwa kopie federalism ana fa kwa kopie ebibebre ye becheche ni nyina mu bana sana no mayenhwe no ade potia na owura Professor Kwabena Ahoy epeso o kire no yenhwe ewo Kessben TV so na fe so yentie on 92.9 FM na fe yemra back na yemedi sankomo we.
In decentralizing, you must be aware that there are separatist tendencies. It is very easy to move from decentralization to separation to federalism to balkanization to secession and to the breakdown of the country. This is the reason why we have a very weak regional level in our decentralization system. I've given you 2 examples. Don't ever think that Ghana can remain or will remain Ghana forever. Ghana, like almost all African countries, with the exception of Ethiopia and Liberia, are artificial, or Ghana is an artificial colonial construct. But for colonialism, there would be no Ghana. In fact, it is most likely that Ashanti would have conquered the rest of Ghana. They had. It was the British that stopped them. So when you have an artificial construct like that, with a very strong empire, and Ashanti was an empire, and you say you are decentralizing, you must watch what you do. Fortunately, we have had very wise Ashanteans who have not created a problem. But if you get an Asantehene who is troublesome, he can create problems for the nation Ghana. And I'll give you 2 examples. When in our youth, when we were schooling, there were no countries like Ukraine or Kyrgyzstan or all those countries. There was nothing like that. There was no Kosovo, no Bosnia-Herzegovina. There was Yugoslavia, which broke up, or which has broken up into 6 different countries. Bosnia-Herzegovina, Kosovo, Serbia, and them. Then there was USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, which was made up of 15 different republics, each of which was strong enough to become a state. Ukraine was part of this, so we call it the Soviet Union. And Ukraine, in fact, was the intellectual center of the USSR. It existed for 70 years, 70 plus years, USSR. And then in the late 1990s, it broke up. And each state went its different way, and we got about 15.
Okay, so this is Professor Kwamena Ahoy. Enyememu dinti of Phil say a decentralization no ye kwaye nimu ankasa say ye share near Trinity nema ye and yes sir, the end result is that we're going to have a breakdown of a country. Reasons that he's giving doesn't sit well with Wankasa Wutieme and I face no what we doing was a decentralization no etumiko ya na se nkoyenko eye zoom na mene eye miankasa me Dr. Daniel Apia, political governance and public sector reform expert in the nkomo and for what Professor Kwamena Ahoy is saying no yendi hu enkomo ye pa Dr. Otemi kamwachi mo akwa baba Kessben 92.9 Afizo Kessben TV. So clearly Ora Professor Kwamena Ahoy, who we all know has been one of the architects when it comes to Ghana's modern local governance and decentralization, is not telling us that if care is not taken on some of these matters that we are treating in terms of decentralization, he's giving series of things that will end up. The end result is that we might have a breakdown of a country. Do you believe or do you subscribe to Ndiamana or Kano? Wadama?
Menya bema no pay member watching.
Mejo also. Meton kanche.
Pa nyamiado yehoye pa.
Ye de radias.
Imeti funyira so ache.
Obia so joso.
Right. When said ya okano menso meti eyenya yura Professor Kwamena Ahoy ne video no. Na in fact men shada men say as a pointer yenya yura Professor Kwamena Ahoy opese ode ekokosie no na ninyina no ene say wo hwe yen decentralization ya say oman no ai wo mo no nipa bebre more than 80% of citizens agya to mu say e was yeto aba na de yedi yen district chief executive no. And inti so share NDC manifesto nunso and nunso she mu pote so omonso omagia to me say omotenwe no omobehwe say ye beto aba na ye de yiyi district chief executives na semitie yura Kwamena Ahoy Professor Kwamena Ahoy nensem numu a tumo say sa abato a ye pese ye beto na ye de yiyi district chief executives no ase enya dia ogitumu meka say ase enya dia ono agituma na last year hono baby last year hono baby sa decentralization policy ya IMCC AD enim na ye eno snambe kan subcommittees no bi ho TMC ye adwuma wie no ye public forum bi e wo Kempiski Hotel o share similar views e wo hono mo say election of MMDCs no or say ye hwe no yie na me nso me kire madwen was a forum no say bem say ono ni nsusu ye no say nka yento MMDCs so aba no enya ade ase ogitumu no ene NDC party manifesto ni de no ebo ebra na ɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔno nso ɛwɔ right sɛ ɔhyɛ ɔno ane personal opinion ɛne nti no sɛnea nipa ne nyinaa gye ato mu sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛto MMDCs no so aba no mihu ɛne saa breakdown of the country ɛne Kosovo deɛ no ne Ukraine deɛ no a ɔde ba no mihu ɛkwan bi a ɛne no ahyia because examples a ɔde ɛma no USSR, Ukraine, those are federal countries and I say a federation, United USSR, a federation, a mind be na abba, ma come home abomu, I baby a USSR. Afi do baby no, afi a my ma come abom ne said be afi yan kind home bombium, or be a penny far hoodie, and afi USSR no a break it down. And internet afi yes, a better MMDC so abba. Na afi okokofa USSR example, Ukraine example, and Nigeria Biafra war abroad Nigeria and some yes federalism and federal states no edu baby na afi region ebako omo say persieti ho na afi o de saa nneoma no eba be hye yen election of MMDCs no mu na medwen ho a menti ase enti no or decentralization no mu de yenye nim se yenra kwam na hoy oye experts wom na mo examples a ode ba no ene bebia ode efefa no me de etoto government policy say e wose yi district chief executive through elections na me de toto ho a menti ase enti bem so no no betumi achechire mu yi de enti a ode sa nyoma no ebe mu no say ekwan ben na afei ovi no hwe Ashanti region district and metropolis and your friend is saying municipal assembly so on o kan bom wa Ashanti region 43 into 43 wo in Ashanti region kwan baby e beto abade yi MMDCs bia no does it mean say e ho no ahemfo ho no beka say ye tie e ho ana district bia na ye tie e ho ana asa den e ho no medwen ho amenti ase o de ba your friend is saying Greater Accra nso a ono nso wo hwe districts I won ma ye wo 3 metropolis ye wo a friend is 23 municipal assemblies and ye wo 3 districts e hono nso ye to abade yi district chief executives that will result to say district BM no bia say beti e ho ana nti me dwen ho amenti ase because IMCC make as a policy ye me na make subcommittees no bi ho one of onu so dia ye gitu mu ana ene say ampa aban no kwa anim no ye behwe se ye beto aba ne de yi district chief executives sa ye friend is saying the national decentralization policy no ye ra kwam na ho no nso e ka ho bi inti mejiri se ye ono na dwen a wo kire say onji ntum se be yi district chief executives na I think we respect and I respect his views na emom sa afia de bekwa akọ say afia ye kwoto aba yi district chief executives no kra afia betumi ama ahemfo bi asore se ye pese ye tie ho ba bi asore se ye pese ye tie ho no ya me anim ne medwen ho insist so.
Okay doc, so if I get what Professor Kwame Nkrumah is saying now, maybe it takes us back to the history of Kwame Nkrumah strongly advocating for a unitary state and over the federal system of governance around that time. When you even read his book Africa Must Unite, I mean that reason why the centralization of the system was what Ura Kwame Nkrumah was looking for. Now, if you drill down to what Professor Kwame Nkrumah is saying, if I get to understand what he's saying now, one, say, can say Ghana ne si ho sisia no, it is an architecture of the colonial for no, British for no na ye. Now he's telling you, say, even when around that time, Sankoma Nyane Sakra na, anka today, the Ashanti Kingdom would have been one of the best people who rule what we call Ghana today in terms of now he's signing a warning to say, if care is not taken, now you call animu with these issues of decentralization where we're going to do all these ones most of these areas where they will have their own, for instance, be to say, or an airport, or a shipping place, be to say, or just ordinary. He knows that I produce this, and then this chunk of this thing is coming from my area and all that. So when ya on hine papa sebi, na adwemu da honom na so osori sesia. So let's take it today. Se nipa ohene bi sorry sesia ka che say okay, me person me tell me ho, just as you had within the issue of the Volta Togoland issues and all those things, and that's what catch us or telling ho. How will the country survive? He is looking at maybe 15 years, 20 years, maybe 100 years to come when he is not around for some of these things to raise up, because one, if he is part of the architecture when it comes to decentralization and he is foreseeing a separatist issue coming in, he is foreseeing a breakdown if care is not taken. Won't that be something we need to look at and not in many here issues?
Minia, in America say ye two abasi ye district chief executives are. And none of them or any be a general society nintino me tell me one. Yes, started from because the main opposition no anti asanyama way in I babonten say ye kwa to abayi district chief executives. Mem Peninsula, and no Nuntino, or Hinny Basra, I say, yeah, two aban fans say ye KMA chief executive and intimate Juana.
But wouldn't that argument sound right when we say, sir, you might to about any district executives? Because now, the moment you do, can who say yama power? I mean, if you check again, Kwame Nkrumah's time, he intentionally did not give powers to the chiefs for them to have that enough power to control what they want to do. Now, dream be techri, it's not very unitary. Now, in Kakra, we are heading towards into that same system. Now, Kwame Nkrumah wanted to avoid. Now, you want them to elect their own chief executive. When they do, now they are telling you, way and yepe. We any na besi ho out of the central political figure na nkono di nipa besi ho na waye adwuma se ne sense ne fata na ka unism abano se se ya tie ho na se say ye tie ho ase sorry na se ye be fa yanka se ye nipa no aba begina honom ne ato aba mano a are we not giving them that freedom to operate, freedom to do what they want to do, where so when nya sebi on hine papa that's why he specifically mentioned certain places like Asantema, the Dagbon and all those places where they are key when it comes to a historic antecedent when it comes to this country. It is a one year careful now when you be yas wording that's what catch us okay ya near to Obama district chief executive who now ya by no then our catch na tre yen ye to abaman yen ye pese che ne so onye sade we maye wo aban no wo beka den eno
you minia bemza sa o hwe yen local government yimu ba ye to edi chief executives na even 1940s no mokra no na ye to aba edi chief executives ye o hwe chief executives no mo Accra Kumasi Cape Coast so candidate Accra na nipa no ekot salai eto aba edi omo on non-partisan basis. Sabre no kra na yeka say ben abra na traditional states no eya strong no the chiefs supported it. Ana yeto aba ewo oman we mu edi chief executives, municipal chief executives Kumasi. Ohini bia ansori sabre no say me support me mfuaso. Enintino ende ya democracy yakọ animu na afen nipa dom bebre na anoko benkromu say chief executives aban appoint omo no enya de omo ya accountable enough nipa no pese yenyi chief executive say when ye de adwumade bi se ne nsa no wantumi anya ye betumi ayi na free ho no mo nsania members of parliament ye no afen sa bre ya ba yanimu over how many years 70 years because since 1940s I did to abayi municipal chief executives abedu same no sabe na afi ahemfo abeka say afi de yen support say yen to abanfa chief executives there be nationals of chiefs no my position biasa in our call decentralization a policy document in so and all can wasem na baby anyone may assess our policy document nim say afi ye ba be create a strong regional assemblies e wo baby ara and in America say reasons are or the no what the total national decentralization policy documents no one enya dia sabiu me hu say eneno work in the same line and as a wo hwe aban na nkasa ne manifesto a odi si wo nipadom ni nyina wo man mu ato aban ne de si wo say ye ema ye na azama wo kan no ene manifesto de no so ebra enti ye nyina ne agya to mu say ebre aso say your democracy ne ye di kwa animu na afe yen district metropolitan municipal chief executives no yen to so aba party sem crowd yes yen free mo na at the end of the day no yen to mo so aba eno no na afe obabeka say no de ye ko to mo so aba wo hwe na make say Kumasi 43 local government entities from metropolitan municipal districts no enti emumu de hen ne ye kwa akoto so aba enti afe no mo nyina ba beka say afe de ye pese ye te ho. And at the end of the day, so Ashanti Kingdom no so a confederacy. You can confederacy a. Sa Brian Ashanti Kingdom no crown no mo create empire. So if omo overcome other state a, omo form nsase. Omo di omba be kam ho. Omo ankasa se wankasa bu wankasa o man ne bra be kan ye ho asa na empire. Enti enye empire be ka se sa Brian no baby omo konka e bia no mo nsada omo nsase so omo nsada omo culture so ni ade. Enti as a confederation no within the Ashanti Kingdom no krana and tisa sania or person or channel efano. Say a person a call that we are. But what I'm saying is that sa policy say yen fan to a MMDC so abana and need your papa can and no emfa baby and sa a national decentralization policy strategy no so no Adiashe we say I was here to MMDC so abana your professor can there and no emfa baby.
Dog, my maybe that's same way. If you would truly make us understand this, how are you so sure, say, in as much as we building the strategic framework of decentralization where we are opting to allow election to be done, these same politicians and political parties will not get themselves involved to become 100% submarine election that you and I know says a net ye fa Kojo Preko Dankwah so onko jina ewo eye maybe Equiapim South say opeso contest say opeso ye DC yini ni ento ne so aba oba be jina ho aye campaign eye sika oba be jina ho ne manfo edi hu nkomo akire die nti eye ento sa aba ne ma no fans no mi Kojo Preko Dankwah mi ni bi. What if I go at the back of a political party to do that? How are you so sure that thing will not break down in the next 10 years, 15 years of this country?
Yo, minia, say the outcome of the idea me no ya dream say, say obeka say kwesi ana bentin oba bigina no at the end of the day won't mean konkoje mbobia or party so no mo. So what America omo elections are omo di mayors na. In over 80% of our elections, no, almost the no partisan. And they say, so Uba Bijina, Untimi man Bijina, Democrats, Enemo, Edimu, and now man Bijina, Republican Dimu, or so one Casa Bijina, Nemo Nipa Uba Bijina, no, and Mrabi any one of my a banner will say, you should not be a member of a Democratic Party and a Republican Party. Name untimi man Bijina party platform so America na if I say Democratic Party, Democrats na Republicans untimi konkomante platform ma. Say be prepare ne dey ba memo. Say at the end of the day so ba Bijina enya party dimu na ba Bijina. And now to me, conquer rallying friend on a party member, ye platform and creative platform, and mouse, ye campaign, yama. Into bet me about for Jim Webby or baby, and a one caswasama. Name mum, ye empress, a party, same the demon and Nipan by Bejanas and Bijan MPP demo, Bijan DC demon, fena sense to Denny Diakano or the Bible party, because we want to hold you accountable, say, one casa now Bejina, I'm addicting the projects be a show and sa, Nipan Baby hold you accountable. Near to me, who do accountable say, and your party demon now by Bejina. In America, say even America, prano in over 80% of our mayors, no, a yes, I need a no. There was a party, stemness, and Nipano di Bemua. I feel who say, Nipana Quakofabia, NPP, NDC, and CPP, now Faya Quako, Gadan, Pebbrina, the 2 or 3 parties, now the went to maintain once a bem. And into your person, a bread party, near Mano Asse. Local level no enti entrese at the end of the day no obi ntimi mfeche nkonkoje party mwa ana nkonkoje mbobi mfre NGO na baby na emom de ye chene se uba begina enya de obegina NPP and NDC ediemu se na ye no America ne Canada ene aman bebre no.
Dog, me know we, but clearly, it look as if we're tackling ourselves. We're looking at it in such a way that, okay, maybe you know, in the name of MPP, secretly you can go do anything you want to do with a certain political party. They will push you in terms of finance, they will push you in terms of numbers, they will push you in terms of and accoutrement about him that Jumani there, but we don't want you to be seen as this. Are we not sitting down? I mean, putting a heavy problem on ourselves.
Minia there be any say we share a assembly members about your two no memoir.
Yes.
Meaning say what to say about to assembly members about to baby ye nipa be mi nu miensa akwa krasha a fe bi no yewu ana ya twetwen san kan awo ye ho. What did to talk yen about ye two for members of parliament now, which means I know so different.
Yeah.
Adentina and only different because of some party mobilization in this annual a was MP's presidential election and none any pardon no nyina ehunu ye dia to assembly elections no afi ye ka say India assembly elections so ye be no sa na partisan. Amasa tensions NPP obeti jenga NDC onum ni ade no yetumi abrena se amai na ye chechire o man no chechira o se o hwe nyema e di problems etumi edeba entinya de a ye tekere ye ho na mom sa wo de abatu emi no etoto ehun ne ehun a utumi se ensunsun ye wo mu edoso pa particularly the mobilization of people to foment trouble enti se ye party seminar ase na party bia no ba be creative platform e di amawo a ebetumi abresa ne mane bebre na ase amyetumi akoyele
dog Daniel Apia sai nkomodi o damre me amepon amefo ne edisa nkomo because me wie kra insem wo hofa sem bisa but mefro na wa cheche mu ye ne edi nkomo pa. Mr. Dr. Daniel Apia, political governance and public sector reform expert, and then AD and common 54 minutes into a 8 a.m. For Kojo Preko Dankwah Kessben matches soon. We are live on www.kessbenonline.com. Click on 92.9 FM. Online also on Saebekame. Saso and our Facebook Kessben TV, and also say Kessben 92.9 FM. Once I become on the STV channel, channel 364, and then on Go TV channel 121. And I feel so no Obexa become Bioma with text messages and I feel WhatsApp message and Patofani Nabra making kind of Esso Amma. We are live at 92.9 FM Accra. Your circle. I just sent a telecell headquarters and I said office in our circle. Honomani was set out Twin Towers. Once I became Ewo Honum Nafe ye D and common. But answer I remember a year Ura Samson as a key. I won't go better executive director. Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. No, my main country will say a year Namala Estate and Construction Limited say or more for a year in Sassen 100 pieces of blocks utoyano not yet the amount and I feel so no toy and Sassen so I plot to be a wutubiano the amount discount I was so in Sasseno a big masama do waka swa teacher manti danger kutuku fanchineko a honomina in Sasseno be a good honoma sesa we in term now bejibi now koto a bebo yepa amasama obey ye forest a honum and no office no ewo na Mal Estate and Construction Limited eye dwumako sonko kra fa eye nsase ho pa dia Jack ye ntem na on na Mal Estate fo nkodi enkomo na ombebo ye pa nsase todie wo to no wanto ni yie no wanto bebe fi papa dia na wo ha wo ho eno ane na Mal Estate and Construction Limited o numbers no eye 0205 051525 0205 051525 and after so 0598 653 9999 0598 653 9999 now in Amala State and Construction Limited for ND and Komo number boy ye pa so and I make a choice say Chepam SM can choose Kusua Pam in Tariano and Nitian in Tame now when no enkudi in Sawoso Chepam some can choose in Tariano so Pam wedding so Pam a year the Kikan who be I'm fan and say woko a year and now so one can say wedding Taria Pan no office wed ye Nina a Chepam and Nitian in Tame now ni Chepam in the and Sawoso Chepam SM can choose so I wish market to Honum and no war then sa and no a ye pa a branch kama Pama dear so any ye dear or no any Chepam Chepam, your best tailor when it comes to a Ghana Memo Hanum Padia Onwa and a Eko Chepam. As a mention, and the numbers in 020-683-7738 020-683-7738. Now we need Chepam Endi and Komo. Na Chepam ese oba. They say any dear fata or pam no fit 2 year pa maybe bia etumi ako ye amount 57 minutes into a year 8 a.m. Samson Asaki Awingo Bet, Executive Director, My Importers and Exporters Association at Tennessee. Last week or so, in NTM say a yes standard authority for Edin Komodebi Ebai, and in fact, they had a yes security agencies or Mudra a yes shops to check a year Niama Yakra Efi a year Amanone and Asa Bontene Aba or Memo Hanuma Dakugu shops are any standard. Nanso no shops no and I feel so a stores in any malls in no ajia just omoton amaye no hon komo and e ba be this and indeed the export and export importers for no enkasaye but in no we want to hear from them what truly is the problem e dey pa na bentia etumi fi port etumi duedue mo aba be pie yenso say ba beto ene sane mani na ba be di ho enkomo ne anope e wo fie ha no test message na face WhatsApp message na page for na nyina bra make kan na nyina ama Samson bibia boko de morning
Kojo bibia boko
me radio say
mechia ahefo NT for
obia so eje so
nana otu echemponga meneno edika kasaye
ojo so pa
na doctor wono no kasa se no kachira doctor say o kasa na obobo PNSM CPP NDC and MPP
yeah
my name is Fia me national chairman for PNC could be we are the first political party registered in Ghana 1992
okay
until 30 years crap actuum crampo
okay
nti obobo part no on bob PNC na ayama pa so your doctor or political science lecturer so on him say PNC we had before PNC now we used to use PMP we formed government in 1979 Limam government we won Ghanaians omoto abaye pa and so person who say PNC the age so
okay
na asam na okano Professor Ahoy asam no me yiri say age so etime aka age there's age factor in this because I know say if anybody who was very vociferous about decentralization system no na Professor Ahoy pa to say sa nipa no sa babium can say na say is there any intelligence that he's picking? Is there any meeting soon or he has a hint to it? Because I believe strongly that so obi Ghana yam fan say Ghana so obi say my team yam fan say Asante region because that one of the history and and the lectures the point was in Asante region Bonkra port kra construct kra wi anamboa so there's nothing there. The airport in Asante region, I don't think that
Prempe.
Yeah, Prempe airport. I know international flight can land there and can take off there. But since they still have to extend the tarmac and other things, the runway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Progress is ongoing. Yeah.
And so many years also be sad, so if there will be anything that he will see and I would agree with him, maybe if you talk about the Trans-Togoland and even Trans-Togoland, the Volta part of Ghana, all the way from Oti coming in, everybody wants to be part of Ghana.
So, you see, and what he's saying was that, and you say or say, and his key words were right, or say.
There's nothing like
say unya Ohini Bia, and he was specific. Maybe I say Asante Hinoma Benina Wahu. They've been very good, and historically they've been perfect when it comes to history. And British for and a stop moi, they would have done so much across what we call Ghana as we speak. Ghana Nemuno, you know where it is coming from. It is amalgamated of too many. So what he's trying to say is that se yenya obi otesa or yes stubborn ebe ha adwene. Now if he is sounding such a warning, or you're part of the architect of decentralization, now when he is telling you that separatists can come in, why are we not looking beyond what he's saying and look at, say, like you rightly said, that should be in the next maybe 15 years, 20 years to come, a decision might be taken by certain people within the space to tell you that they are home. For instance, what you go the fee of bosses and then central for money. So if they tell you, say, I want to hold on to it and export it ourselves, and then I'll be
say the natural resources are our western region.
No problem.
Oil or
yes,
gold or what you say? Magase yes, oil and gold number 2 ana. Yeah, development no enkoyenti yesu yebete ho
and all cancer say wunya ohini bia
ohini bia sam
onye papa
in fact
sa
even say kwato abakurampo yi municipal and district and metropolitan chief executive kurampo say they still need support from consolidated fund ana.
But the moment separatists comes in, the moment federalism comes in right now, they don't need your centralization to tell them that they need money from you.
America,
you rather will need money from them.
In America is more than Ghana. So
yes.
One state in America is more than Ghana.
Yes.
Ghana is just a small country.
Yeah, but the reason why even Nkrumah decided not to have a federalism was the reason of centralization. He would have opted for federalism when the National Liberation Council people were even opting for that, right?
He's champion.
He's
champion. African must unite.
Yes. So when the National Liberation Movement even came in with the federalism matter, he stepped on it.
Yes.
So, to say it's an ompany. Okay, so would you have what we have now?
What we have now is what we want.
Yeah, so let's move
this
on.
This is the best.
And
so there's no and whether Asante region, Northern region, Upper East, where all the regions in Ghana won't cover or hen come out be a the tip one and the ticket cano. But for hen more be so far hen more be a need that form.
Oh no, na adidi
and I can say the form.
Adidi na atono
obi oye level headed obi o dwen pa amana mai
adidi na atono we
ade fa na chiri ye ohene ye obi na chisi ohene
yo
it's not political part we work as me buga dabe
okay
oye hena sam ohene sam de so obi a the whole community we o dwen pa o badaya what do I say
okay
last one me say me nua pay Paul Afoko so have reactivated his campaign. I mean, I know that who videos, but now, say me be no I can make say many opinion. Just relax. You have done your part. You have, if the fame, Paul Afoko, why in fame? Say din, why in din? Nigeria, because this current elections now is for the Gen Zs. It's for the Gen Zs. And Mrebia one time every season has one Mbre.
Okay.
So that Uduhan, you catch yourself. Oh yeah, for me now. Obibia, who share Omo kita position or partner. Ubisa Jumbo.
Okay, all right.
What do you say? Bibia, Omakajo Jumbo de, or none of the idea about John Body, or none of the Ababa.
Okay.
And so I can tell you that they have made their mind before even the election that will come. Okay, many airport. Me person question record on relax.
All right. Yemra issues in him.
Yes. Now issues we are not discussing. We'll see. Yes, of course. Me chair judge for omo kra nema no mo fani ma free man ne baga na baba ton. Now the crackdown that the Ghana Standards Authority is embarking on. A idea I say Importers and Exporters Association, Yantimi and support them. You also say Standards Authority. They are embarking on the campaign that all Ghanaians are really looking into it. In fact, Miti was Director General. The nuance on Okase, who could talk cable Krampo market. Now suspect Krampo, Fabran Umbata small free. But test no say a standard na a standard because here ya se Kojo that be sorry me also sorry like 3 a.m. anambwa ana baba tra ha babojuma sa opon ne yankopon ya adom I want to kakra. Na wakoto cement crampo a be your blocks kwan wakoto cement bone. Cement is substandard. We see an ensure ba na blocks na dey na ebubu. Na oda na collapse. Enyo ya. Ebe ya pa say obo breast science sika. Wakosi fie ni wi. And wakoto cables. Wakoto wire of you know. Now maybe if there's light of a pipe, most of the times we share when the thing trigger for light outbreak of fire, so light cut off nearby because of the cable is not standard to receive the power, the way the energy comes now you pa now I see if you jobro Ghana how many of us you see fee you finish your fittings and furniture we na you call insurance by insure mame or we am nim catch me just we after for osa me no to su na we and also say we any me kai pa say I am say 2 or 3 years ago yet say go for any fish okay pa no it take benevolence of Ghanaians to go and support him. Many of fire outbreaks. Now, yantimi what is the causes of it? And first and foremost, things that we are buying into our homes. No? How do you know that nema yekotono a standard and a standard? A bit say mattresses omoko. Sa mattress no omoko ye arrest na. And ye bebre omo ba tema area tema enclave omo can say tema shama so store no but it was around affair there's some not minimum factors for affair area omo ye mattresses and this one they were substandard, so you might see it even in the market. You think say a imported one, but imported because meaning pass the port there is being controlled by security. Now, Standards Authority more Mustafa. Now, Sian Makoko Director General of Ghana Standards Authority, I'm say when they are doing such a soup, let's involve with the Importers and Export Association of Ghana. So that we also see. And we can Dauru, Dauru na Ghana 40. Because it will be unfair, say, you better back from the scale Cocoto Matressa. Makoko Dana sa you know. Emma me hunto me ba ebe mama yare bone and I would done or don't pay ya I should buy something that I'll go and sleep or that peacefully. Sorry I know ko ujuma. So ubisemia better catch say not only the Food and Drugs not only the Ghana Standards Authority alone, we are asking them to step up with their market surveillance, but even Food and Drugs Authority, they should also step up with their market surveillance. Narcotic controls, they should step up with their operations surveillance.
Okay.
Drobonia, Sisia, where Oko universities, Crown Police, see university students, baby, even for a Drobonia, Drew Yanko Fawa, or Munkoto drugstore you. So Munkoto drugstore, Crown are the drugstores allowed to be selling those kind of medicines? I say youth nana. Because whether you like or not, the future is the youth. I say, o back of USS or SS or Drubone or Kodu University or Drubone. Such a person who to school fees, who the good now, who to school fees. And so our future is very, 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 very key to me. And so we expect this our institution to be very up and doing. Get like last week, what is say, Cipes Authority, actually letter command simple line say, certain charges our port or Moji for no work done. Kojo, who is already know how much about Yajmo Kessben Media Group bet you okay. You must work and collect pay. To one year Juma and I will leave. Only leave maybe we tip your friends or tiapo. Na Yama or so the tiapo until Obi Bantra man. But so who now I'm bad Juma there. Yaba catch each other say any day to suspend you.
Yeah.
So if you are taking money that you have not rendered any service to us, now because a uniform, we now 7 or 9 simple lines working in Ghana, we now kaboom. asakari no container ba ye gine local lynch gisi ebra mo ye you are not rendering any services to us. Then of course important, that's why I say we are supporting Ghana Surface Authority and the Ministry of Transport to make sure that they sanitize the industry. You can we are now simple and say bobo your cockot. No. So I strongly believe that we are Ghanaian, whether we are judge, we are lawyer, we are teacher, we are there, who can make a cotonema. Maybe who ship Okaba. Who ship Okaba our container, who could edit in Vienna, 1 2 such can a massive plans now. A bra among far missing bia yejuma. They will tell you they will not hand over the list document you to go and take the container and open and take your car out. And so I say na we are judge, we are lawyer, we are student, we are there, you are insurance engineer, you are supported Abino, you are supported transport minister, you are supported Ghana Surface Authority, young church, I am rat near the year who call Nigeria. No ship now go to Nigeria and introduce a charge without the Nigerian Surface Council approval. Sabe Pepper away 2024. Yeah, new act to support or that now give the Ghana Surface Authority the right, absolute right to regulate the downstream activities of shipping lines. Not just shipping lines, if it's a Ghana Port and Authority person or interested in a charge, I saw Ghana Surface Authority to negotiate. Say agent person charge importer. Say my you never mind person charge. They have to go to the Ghana Surface Authority must approve it. So this is a country that we all of us will find ourselves in. We must support. I think say Obibaka say Standards Authority operation we are not targeting Chinese go and target. They are moved from market to market, factory to factory to make sure that and not just they are not just harassing. They are also telling you say, look, they are also part of their Ghana Standards Authority is to facilitate trade. Bring your product, let us test and approve for you. Here it's not like you are not just producing for Ghana market. Mind you, who produce here? When there's excess, you export. Even and the African Continental Free Trade, say, what the name of Nigeria, it is being produced in Ghana. What they call Togo, what they call Benin, what they call Mali, what they call Niger, what they call Ivory Coast. They have to make sure that has it been satisfied by your Standards Authority in your country now? What they are saying, and have they issued such a certificate to you? And then I offer you now. What say? There must be Standards Authority. Stamp and FDA until we have one FDA mark or her. That means the FDA approving until FDA mark, then of course we by obvious you should also see Standards Authority logo. What they say? That shows that me turns you minuma massive because I come him. Anything that goes to your stomach must be approved by Food and Drugs Authority. And the Standards Authority also makes that this product product no label no a standard, a cap no bottle itself no a standard is approved by the Standards Authority. What is that? Then the FDA also look at the content inside it. Say nipa odi adebia odi begu yem to say duane, to say drew, to say ensure the Public Health Act no. And also 2 million at that Ghana Food and Drugs Authority. Maybe
abedi sound come because clearly Sawoka say a year Yankasa team before so yam 1 year sha. In literature they will tell you something they call avant-garde. So there's an avant-garde that is supposed to save me, the ordinary Ghanaian. Say me cost shop I mean who are the papa or honum. It is assumed that support the party services when it comes to security, BNIs, the standard authorities, so anything that has moved from the port down to the shop for me to get closer to it and buy, in my mind and in my brain, I'm for sure says our product is well clean and structured and it passes through Emrano. Yeah, but this idea no home commosis. Yeah, meba na mene Kingdom Air Herbal Center for Indy and Common Kingdom Garlic capsules and beaters and after so Kingdom Ginseng Power capsules and then tremendous capsules. Ye be do home commosis ya na femembra na ye ne aye something number 2 aye jumedie no so intino say dog. What I mean, come watch him akwaba eba aye Kessben 92.9 FM so na so ye Kessben TV. Mjiri yese bibi e boko there.
Kojo Livia Boko na no pay etia popa.
E de radia se wotia pom so metia popa se na mekan ni se atu no asa enu ntino Kingdom Ginseng Power capsules no metu ase enu ntino mi hia foforo wadama.
Oh, we are Matthias. can say aboa me pa match bi amenya ye na kenye kingdom dey say power.
Odem.
Now but out of idea what's you trying to shots yen tem you in term. Na eligible ma make catch a chief we na say ye di kan ama a chief we yan nti ye say busumi bia no ye di si ho a ye free screening e dey emma ya shofo ni ye chief ni obi bia la oba kingdom aseye titru Ghana fo enyina Great Kingdom Medical Center se busumi bia ni free screening no ba so aka na mienu echina ani di wukuada anopa no woche ana ye sha ase ani ti se o hwe me ntie ni a me ka wo se Great Kingdom Medical Center eye free screening na ye free dental screening, free prostate screening, and free ultrasound screening no screen no eno ebeba so ewo ekropon akuapem me pa cho akropon akuapem asema mi kan ewo eastern region mamu so wo wan kan ya circle Medina baby a wo wan kan bia no fa akropon ka na waka kire driver ni so obesi wo Kingdom Estate ana so wo Kumasi Mantebo baby anase sunyane tachima esirebo a ofaka ebe Kumasi faka Koforidua udu Koforidua ahonso so no okọ Koforidua main station ho okọ a wo so pe akropon ka kire driver ni se obesi ewo Kingdom Estate eho anase usi a ubehu ayaresa bia fefe ewo ho na me pacho mu amani eye moya no free screening no ebeba so na Kingdom benefit yemfanto agrofu nyina wo any problem ete ade a refer ne se ete esi woni so wo de echina yaresa bia wakwa omo emboa na Great Kingdom Medical Center ye ni Canada agrofu bi omo so to ni de efa ani ho omo ya doctor fo a cheso omo so bi wo eniyade mu se yen kanchi obi biala ete esi woni so se fa bra so ye ho se oba eye nkwada se na mike upa betimi aba na nkwada ekono ba enu no ye womrie abrofo no any Kingdom Medical Center for no ye famu half na wototo wetua half sika na obetua no eye abrofo no any Great Kingdom Medical Center for ye fa efa na wo soso aye de wa fa efa no enti bi pa cho e bia wo maame o papa bi wuye bi nani hano ete esi nani so mislamo wo a ete esi wani so asem ana mekan se ete esi wani so a enye wo asem se ete esi wani so a me pacho pi oba Great Kingdom Medical Center eye nkuada na ekona wani no ye behwe amaw na abrofo no ebeye wani ho adwuma eka wo bobo no abrofo no ni yen Great Kingdom Medical Center for no ye fa efa sika na obetua no ye fa le se eye 100 cities na ofa ye fa 50 na wo so aye de wo so after 50 enti mesrema da ba bia wo bia no number no elie se bia wo hia ensema mekan ni nchiremu bia na number no ene GTV no so no obetumi afa number ni mu baako wo so a wo tie mi obetumi afra ye e wo 0245 50 41 58 0245 50 41 and 58 enti eno so no obetumi ayede afasa number no na wafra ye na ensema meka opemi nchiremu a so wo a ete esi wani so no se wo ba na ye amawa oba na se ye amawa minia ye fa sika ni mu half na wo so ayede wafa half sa na ete ewo ho ede ema ye ti hye so number no ni TV ni so no open ensema nchiremu bi a ofra wo se wo hu ene na ye dia be TV ni so se baby a wo bia na wo ete esi wani so no abrofo no mo free Canada mamu no any Great Kingdom Medical Center for no ye fa mu fa na wo so fa mu fa ye wi e de ye nko million so e adwani ni Kingdom garlic bitters and capsules say draw way ana Ghana for agie tu say ye pe garlic adura edi kan garlic adura onuma ireli pedie ni ma eye mu adwuma ya eye Kingdom garlic bitters and the capsules say ana the capsules no so dey eti elie say no we ni ya just ya ne special e di ama lipedia no so we nya say draw we bi ewura we lipedia ma me nya do fo a wo tiri nkan just a drum you mojuma pa. Wa cholesterol adults so we lipidem. And see more sisi, moja need to be here for silence and a D of Fisano. A coba sana, almost all Tenasicha. What's the Anansia saw with nine, Anansia saw when Say TTT, you need to be young and send me. A face so when 9 yet TTT, when 9 would eat here from Salo. Not over who said, would it here for ma? Who is she? Won't say when 9 what's here for? That's what I won't say. Who bet you man and take every cycle at the accord your father say a beer will shoot. Now we say, what has our now crisis form. Miss Long, Kingdom Garlic Bitters, no, a year word, a bubble. A draw way, SIM will be our to say a kitchen, winching kitchen, Miss Long, we hear Kingdom Garlic Bitters, and in the capsules. And I feel will be also to swap. Or no, so no, Lydia, and I say, feel to us, say, but in our cook, and Timmy kitchen. Into a coca crabby and a bread, or coca crabby and a dog, so, Kingdom Garlic Bitters and capsules will any a draw may come for the amount. And no cheap. Yet, your Kingdom Garlic Bitters and capsules, Yama will be a pressure air how. Pressure for no, little be a pressure home, and use a pressure no air how. And it's no, or no pressure drew. Till here, or no pressure drew. And I do also a more crown or pressure no, or no pressure drew. And will be so also release a pressure and the air hallow to most say, Sally Panel on I'm where to know. And then in Sri Lanka, Uncle say, Kingdom, Yadi Kingdom Garlic Bitters, Abba. As every ways, Obia or pressure, apostle, Obia or pressure, above form. So shall see at own no Kingdom Garlic Bitters now, and my pressure a year normal at the mouth. A woman for the gray. It is a pressure air hour. We hear Kingdom Garlic Bitters and capsules. Now, a member of the one no pressure, you are doctor, the mom, so monoma, no member, I am right. Miss so we have Kingdom Garlic Bitters. Now shall say so, woman, Saha, in your beam. We just I really beam. A face is no more a situation air habono. Almost a situation for none and Asia Tatai, none and after a more you do, or the Saka and Namimcom. I said, the Yasuja, a dear good Nase. What a situation, so we experience we are Kingdom Garlic Bitters, name capsules, no, and a bed wow, only my immune system, no, and my idea let's no lipid, and my witty need that and my day, and the year you may be our place all day. Into me, my way, make a panama when you come penny fish, no. The slow catch no warfare, say, or banner say, or Kingdom Garlic Bitters, and mouth. Number no any good TV, so much more for Mubarak, now wafa. And a Kingdom J say, no, for your word, you I don't know. The bigger block, that's what they got me back. Who do a dream over Kumase, a dream or more tall fools. Member more dreaming in Ano, or more damn. So I'm a magazine for a damn. Accra, circle, homicide, boys left tall fools. Oh, when you know, or when you so can't we not damn it. Men I'm a boy. Won't be after I know, dear dance your doctor. Here, shower. Kingdom Jesse Power animal, Berman, we drink. So Berman, a tough for said diabetes, pressure, and I'm out Berman, I am ra. The slow Kingdom Jesse Power, no, really a year taking crying, a year per oh, one no, and a phone you and you, to my bubble. You catch one of tremendous capsules. Yeah, or go with was say Ekikao, in so a goo, in so na a goo, ama a descent at the abroad. We hear super tremendous capsules. One could share. Berman so no so cool muno ne a babble thing. Me other for a better game and what's me any saying. We hear super tremendous capsules. A draw way up one mother gray, ama a le or buy Latin car and you or buy no me idea no super tremendous capsules no and I make count for the amount. So who pay anyway but dear to no or maybe dear. But dear was that ever cabby. Say open bibi which you mean bibi how won't here. Miss Roy, your number no any good TV no eso okay. And my first ukwanda bay and woma eke isi o mani so bra Kingdom Great Kingdom Medical Center Kropon na sikano yibituemu fa na woso so aye dey wetuemu efa na free screen no so ukwanda ya na eba so anopa no oje ewo Dr. Benny the number na there edu kan 0597 98855 0597 298855 and I say 0559 729109 0559 729109 Dr. Penny number on the flyer na yemo komo me do bi last.
Okay, all right. Yada sibe doc ene no edin komo no Kingdom herbal for no mo edin komo no check out time na about 9:27 in the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM. Meba Samson Susi say about this one says that good morning Mr. Host, I'm going guy. Okay, he should explain further to us what he means by all of us should help. Okay, and also our honor and I feel so much academy dear Abba. I'll come and read all these ones now. Fee Yatwa Jumedins by Benjamin Dental Clinic and a discussions when you are praying near no more including common fee. Member boxes here.
Yamwa by the Benjamin Dental Clinic. Benjamin Dental Clinic, so yeah, Simhojuma. Come on, you be the tooth replacement at home. Set a to no was able for the show mount. Yakin soon so we sit to no one chef for fire, meet me at their bell. They kind any part SA, Nipa Munam, upon the Pemuna Cassa, the Yeshe A or Saint, the Aboama with me be A or Saint, or Cassa, the Aboama West, you are with me pronounce ye so A or Saint, and did you media who do degree? And they say, Sine Tua, and who be here say, over Bania chef for and so at the amount. Those who do one and Seno, Nabakusi, Bakusi, and Yadia is shame crime. Then my dear train South 41 and more back. Many a senator for infant shall also infant mount. I feel so Nipa or Simo Woluma, a wow Emma bone equipped in good shape. So we see to no one real replacement. South side of the bone, a bit me up to Amalayi, and as a bit me a boom, send the eye attack on Amalayi, maintenance Masaha M2. Twanamomba, say a similar to yen shackle for our home farmer. A single bar, you know what I would do degree. There was sent about a shower, a bit me you are the our home, no massage. Now they back our bontin say the part donor did say the Osha bit me in friendly and yes, sanity. A Yamawa, bit me the Didi, bit in their casa, bit me you made your would be a woody dibiano. You know who do me, you were flexible one, I tough and a bar plasma. And I feel your acrylic, and I feel your dear shower. Unti and found some cabin and as to be and also a fixed prosthesis and also to a mobile genuine dental clinic. Your bay and so the amount. You know who do mean there were PFM and I say porcelain fused to metal. And I fancy your back on swire a fen implant and maintenance fee to an mobile genuine. So similar to one their genuine dental clinic. Your dub wow near restore or smile on a back to send the night. So her genuine dental clinic a cheap when ya can cry. Gonna have finding in a genuine dental clinic or here or Accra, Genuine Dental Clinic, 2 branches or Accra. The first one was Nungwa, right after Nungwa Senior High School, who do any check Cantamantono. In 7 Kuso pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch or any NDC office, and I say Italian pub in a deal in share Nungwa. I feel so atomic down, Ramika Benyaran about, who do any check Taifano. In 7 Kuso pay Genuine Dental Clinic branch by Consoha, ye dear Juma dear. I feel so Santa Manta Mukumase, or here at the Port Junction. Total filling station a chi wope odu ani HG no on sani fa so wope ye ne Methodist school na wa Abeport Junction no e na di animhwe afei su kuma se wa hwe Atonsu High School Junction traffic light na se wa ape Genuine Dental Clinic bank ba go so e wo ha ye di adwuma di e wo ko fo bi aso hwe Genuine Dental Clinic ye wo Central Police Station no enche mu ha ape ye ne Central Market no e na di animhwe a ye di adwuma di wa bon san wo Central Police Station enche ho na takra den so oh, head Genuine Dental Clinic, the branch now, pipe and not traffic light. Tadisco Junction, where and can be a GM Bank, or Sabon San Corner, Muna Genuine Dental Clinic, Yawa, Yedi and Jumadi. After also Genuine Dental Clinic, Ecobank, Storyboard in Storyboard and Ecobank, Ewasiano, a slow pen, now head Genuine that, Ubehu, Ewa Aflao. I filled with me Kuchim, Tichiman and Swab, Bonumantino, Genuine Dental Clinic, my Z Road, and Come Hotel, a Chiwa Pay, any AY Ahmed. And the admission Tichima. I face a same maintenance so your Tamale, Genuine Dental Clinic branch and Tamale Tishibu, any post office not any admission, and I say adjacent the MT main office now, you be in Juma D. L. Honum. Tigana half an end, the Genuine branches and Tigana High now, which one among by the show near Buana or Syrian or Cassan so Akui at the amount. So, healthy in Asia, your numbers in the grass and which my friend Genuine Dental Clinic. I was having my toll for you so 054 990 6588. Ofra Dr. Ebejo so the inquiries will make Ebejo so near Bow now so Syria no Cassan so Akui the amount. Gentlemen, it's time for you to smile again.
Alright, so 31 minutes into 9 a.m. and Ura Samson. I won't go bet in our hand. Na for discussions then she so by 9:45 year na ye dejumedino aba every year. So that's some question na me bisa ya answer na ye kono. Ye no mutime fo ne bisi den ehu sese bi makọ shop te se de ehu ye bob me se me koto bob na ewu na makwana bo bi gu shop ho na na mo ho na mafa na mede kwa me boni amaye ne sen.
Okay, so obi to say bulb say no for bulb omo the capacity.
Okay.
Omo chro also.
Okay.
Maybe 500 in this.
Yeah, what yes, and
so for you to be sure of it, ultimately the Understand Authority and the Energy Commission, they can just check it for you whether are you buying the right.
But if you port in about and medisika to you mean some fan cost board as a makufi.
Ghanaians have made up their mind said Adibia or Kobaka Kotopia and a important name if report. You name in every report about. You will name my free Africus eba. You will name my free Nigeria eba. You will name my free Togo eba. We are surrounded by this our neighboring countries. In fact, and within the areas in which this name and every banner, we have a very porous borders, and so sometimes they can be. And a smuggler is always smart. As I say, smuggler no, he's very familiar with the route, and now he's conniving with our own officials at the borders level. Just pay them something, and then they allow him into. We don't have system like cameras and other things all over our borders that to say that anybody who's coming through our borders, we can track the person and in and out. And so, but when they come, that's why when they get to the market, that's why I appreciate, and I want all of us to appreciate what the work being done by the Greater Accra Ghana Standards Authority office now. You see that they are out there, and that's why I'm encouraging that if Narcotics Authority is also out there, if your friend is saying Food and Drugs Authority Market Surveillance is out there, then sir name because say we me find I see me who FDA standard a number, but me here na me who Standards Authority number also.
Okay.
Until maybe say me a citizen na and not a spectator. Met me to ensure for Command Standards Authority say na ensure we no abanasa na munimamo mo gidi mo teste mo nim omoba mo ho na mo se mo ba mo abansa na mo mfa boso what dey say anase me fa me hu FDA metem tonsuo no me come FDA say FDA me
hu sa dey okrom
me nim say mo logo waso me nka say omo mba mo ho ba je logo yo but person who say mo nim mo temtema they just check. In fact, as jurisdiction, they will just take a phone and make like this, and they will tell you this water is registered with us, this water does not approve with us. Then they can track where the source of the water is coming from.
Okay.
And I'm sure that is what is happening. The Standards Authority went into the market, identified certain product, realized that it's being produced in Ghana, and they trailed them to wherever they are. See something from the previous government that can the introduction is one of the area. Look, one day I was sitting in my house. We took about a packet for some time. A packet like 20 minutes. And Miss One class say, say, or here Biana, or see from engine so or here Biana, or your higher bodies. But a minimum, you ever to here. We share one of the main Kaibusia for you, but who Kai Tama Yenua Shali in his blessed memory. Medina, no, a part of Anas investigated you. Who share a woo no area for can say, boys no, on by area. In fact, no more can say little kiosks we were on by they stayed there for a very long time. No, even besides, hey, now these people almost free. Obi so mfa na adwen se o ene se ya nti commission program ma ya ntwa let me take the picture video of the person ana ne motor number ana almost metu yin omonim ana ne car number bi so they say BBC sir you can relay quick information. Okay, now omo ba the ampa ye humu this way the people me kura me twa omo picture because na ya nti say why they came and stay or bridge there on ba fa phone the police say obi the number me nim nipa no maybe okita dwombone ano okita dwombone what you say and how many of us also put up security camera oba who say obi si fie but on security cameras about so when the harm is caused then we are na feel we na this area ko ni na obi ani camera na say obi ani camera but correct fee kasekase as you. And so we must find ways and means to also be our own safety. Because your safety is paramount. Because say koto edru menim say food industry to approve manum mewu after you go postmortem at that time no me busia for na yere ade ahwem Ghana so ade ahwem ye me no tia na me Ghana for edi kita ho no nti say me wu free ma because FDA me koto draw any approval by FDA toxic when it should not go to human beings by my economy and to ekumi.
So that's the angle you're coming from.
That's the angle I'm coming from. So I say
proactive.
FDA no, and standard authority no, and energy commission no, they can be everywhere. But say wonga so cotton man who say I saw that energy standard authority omo pick bulbs we market. Description standardized what numbers is written there. But omodi Kogo test no is below what they've even written there. In fact, they said the approval was between 50 and 55. But no could I 30 something or so. You know, I got 550 crore. Among 50, yes. I got 550.
Okay.
So you can imagine that we have a country to really protect.
But what no importers and exporters. Mami who say more ports.
Your port.
More port in
CBB. You never free port. You never fit the port. You never for
airport. Okay, into more across.
So if you're before they are everywhere.
Okay.
And there are good ones. There are bad nuts. Anybody who want to do smuggling will beat the system. In fact, that is the reason why Omudi AI Nabana, I was one of the most first persons to say I support it because it will bring sanity, it will bring parity, because it will be unhealthy. So Obako koto ade, me koto $1, also koto $1. What they buy was $30. Now yeah, assessment me $1. Now we koto $30. You buy market, you are trying to spoil my market. You may have a discount, but the discount the manufacturer will not give you certain less than because on the country no our tax limiter on him say I do or below almost standard price now then tax for the bar here I don't say office can there to add up to pay he will not so $1 from so but my discount from not less than $50 50 cents. Just about na so 20 cents. Declared $1. What declared 20 cents? The same product. You can't say, no matter how you buy high quantities in volumes or a limiter, he cannot go below or above that.
Okay. Enti ne kwakra then I'll be catch a year at for us to look into some of these matters.
Say Ghana for yanche say oh standard authority mu dogo mu ha adwe enti ye de tumi mamo a na mu tumi sem sa ene mu harase dwade for enti sa it is our own safety.
Okay.
It's our own health.
Okay.
It's our own good.
Okay.
So obasi say medical kind no say obasi what breast fie na wakoye wiring na sa wiring na wires na wakoto no a substandard based on that na ejatum na see will be bia obrabo ba wi say benevolence na baba support philanthropy no say Kojo de somewhere to Kojo mayambuano to come back even if the ombabo akura you will never be like the state that you used to be even say insurance private to buy in to pay you compensation crap on they will only put you where you were but not the best state.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I say something. No Edin Common Samson. I'm going to go Executive Director, My Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. And no Edin. What you say?
Now can say message via banner. We be some messages now.
And I'm not ashamed because I asked a question according to in line with that one.
That's I for yes we damas say.
Okay.
Mama yakwan ba na ye di kita ho. Let me state categorically say we are obia we name what my port. Na o importer fraud I'm sorry agent fraud na cash say as I say mansa because of AI we do to know a page from 200,000 to 400,000 and now a page from 50,000 to 150,000 na me probably chop me shrub be sreka.
Okay.
Catch nipa no say oma obi oyi na no.
Okay.
Se nipa no otwa ntro a no person fact AI the viewer for BOE number now. Because of the BOE number now, what you call phone to, go call icons, call phone to one BOE. Only book perform or from our super tenant. Or the bottom of Gusua, so tax now, what you know, be a baby on Hobel. All right. But Obia on Dino, when you catch on for BOE number now. On farm mount. Okay, all right. But I say, my man can't just say Mascon Estate Ghana Limited. They say auto the plots, a full plot from 28,000 what is so about 20,000 Ghana cedis. Also, and a half plot, what is so from 14,000. They are about 10,000 Ghana cedis. And in time, now copy a year in Sassini be eto away Mascon Estate Ghana Limited. The Honorman Wokwa, Sebio auto on Sassy 10,000, after 20,000 full plot, and a half plot to a year 10,000 Ghana cedis. I will 10 minutes drive away from Central University and 55 minutes drive away from Saglama affordable housing. Now we'll talk in Sase Papa. Now we'll talk in Sase a future. Ubutu say yes. Oti baby say fata pass as a water. And in time now a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for ND and Komo and fa a year or more and Sase no Hussein Beya Wosono Ubenya and Sase pa ato. From one number sono I was 0553 840646 0553 840646 and after say 0553 838 730 0553 838-730 and after 0209 155-437. Now nyomo ND and Komomo Spintax Road Community 18 Junction honum and omo by Allied Filling Station and as a KFC restaurant there wo a Community 18 Junction honum and omo wo and into be to me nyomo akwa kudin kuta ho na fe no onyomo edin komo ye by Mascon a Estate Ghana Limited and sase papa de honum and a wonsa ebeka ayensa seno. And then a happy birthday to Lambert Akando. We are aid to a Achumano Weja DCE and then aspiring constituency secretary of the NDC. Happy birthday to you, Lambert. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Sandra Free Kodia. We are next, our UK. This one is from a Miss Nima Rebecca, our USA. Happy birthday to you, Sandra. And then a happy birthday to you, Madam Na. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Obapa Amma Mercy. This one is from Kojo to you. Happy birthday, Obapa. Happy birthday once again. And then a happy birthday to Augustina Kwabi of Obuase Adase. This one is from Selord G. Okay. Happy birthday to Augustina. And then a happy birthday to Nkrumah Millicent of Asted and Weka at Otwasekan Rural Bank PLC Mampong. Happy birthday to you, Millicent. Happy birthday. And then a happy birthday to Josephine from Eye Dache Hima Nana Equia. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Clara Ewenam Toko, 3 years today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Clara. And then a happy birthday to Enoch Mensah. This one from your big brother Maurice. Happy birthday to you. And then a happy birthday to Kwame Harrison. This one is from your father and mother, Mr. and Mrs. Ejare. Happy birthday to you, Kwame Harrison. Happy birthday to you. It is 9:46 in the studios of Kessben 92.9 FM. And drawing the curtains now, leaving in the good hands of the sports team. It's a Monday morning, made for action, bringing you all the sports over the weekend. Arsenal and every single thing. Julaka is going to be in the seat from now to 2 p.m. Ordinina Bro. Little BBR 6. Heavily produced by Richard Apias upon Fifi Addison. And I'm facing technical on duty. Biggest Sunday, Kwekwana say Abdallah. Danny, and I feel so Amos Lai, Little BBR 6. We're starting the week in style. And I know, say, you're going to have a good day, a working day. Better was brave. Have a lovely morning. We did a man for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Morning.
David Ebani Saini, Akume Vitani Nana Shijuge, what was anything I could do?